Hello, Lions. This is your video helper for your Aquatics Rivers project. You're going to go to readylibrary.com and you're going to scroll down till you see the Aquatic Rivers project. You're going to click on that. This video will be linked here and embedded down here for your reference. It'll also be available in your Mac and VIA group. In order to get straight to your Aquatics Mac and VIA group, you need to click on this click here, and you're going to make sure Ready is your school, 6-digit student ID, and 8-digit birthday are your login credentials for Mac and VIA. Once you log in, it should say Aquatics River Project right up here along the top. This is the link to the assignment sheet here, which looks like this right here. Okay, so that is linked at the top of your Mac and VIA group for you. Down here are the resources for this project. This is just a link to Google Drive to help you open up your Google Drive quickly. Because this is a science project and all the science classes here at Reedy High School use APA citations style and format, you have a link right here to APA citation help should you need it. This right here is the document that I'm going to show you in class that basically tells you the different types of sources that are available to you in the databases in Mac and VIA. And so should you want a certain type of source, you can come over here and look and find and see which database you can find that type of source in. This document right here is you're using sources with academic integrity. It tells you acceptable things to do while researching and unacceptable things to do while researching. There are links to image video helpers in here, and here's the link to the references page. So when you force a copy of that, it'll look like this. This is where you're going to put your references. This is what your teachers are going to ask you to turn in and check after day 1 of your research. So make sure you have this complete. Follow the rules in here, and then make sure you delete this prior to submitting your references pages as well. Okay. So I'm going to do my research. I'm going to pretend like I'm doing it over the Mekong River in Asia. Okay, and so I'm going to walk you through utilizing some of these resources. Britannica School will be a great place for you to start. Encyclopedias give you a little bit of information about a lot of different things. So you can put in your search term here, and you'll notice that it comes up right here. So I'm going to click on Mekong River, and you will notice that there's lots of information here. So over here is my table of contents. It's going to tell me the things I can link to in this article. I'm going to go ahead and right off the bat, I'm going to come up here to this little check mark in the square, and I'm going to click Cite. I'm going to make sure this is on APA, and then I'm going to copy and paste this citation into my references page. So I'm going to come back over here to my references page, and I'm going to copy and paste that. Now it doesn't look right, so I'm going to delete that out, and then if something is amiss with my tabs, I'm going to use these little blue guys here at the top to make sure that my references are consistent as far as how they're supposed to be set up. You'll notice that down here it tells you exactly how that is. So back over here, I'm going to close out on my citation. Now I can cite now I can use any information from this particular article because I've cited it. Let's say I also want to include this image right here. I can drag and drop this into a Google Doc or Google Slides so I have the image for later. I can also download this image directly into my, oh no, I can't on this one. I can't, don't download it, just kidding. But I can drag and drop it. And then I want to, of course, grab the citation. If I'm going to use this image in my project, I need to grab the citation and put it over here in my references page. So I'm going to, ooh, I don't want it to look like that. So I'm going to do Control-Shift-V. And if I do Control-Shift-V, then it's going to paste it in there without formatting. You will want to go back and make sure that it's formatted like it was when you were in here. So Encyclopedia Britannica, that is in italics. So I want to come back over here and make sure this is in italics. And then if I just spacebar after the link, it'll make it a live link. So now it looks right, but the spacing is off. If I look up here, this spacing is at double. So I want to come down here and make sure that this is also double spaced. Okay, so now everything should be ready to go on that citation. And now I can use this image for my for my project. So I can come over here, and if I want to go to the people or whatever, I can click on that and go to these sections within the article, should I want to do that. Okay, so this is obviously not going to be the only place I'm going to get information. So I'm going to come back over here to Mac and VIA, and a couple of other databases that you're going to want to use. Science in Context might be a good one for this project. And also we're going to look at both Science in Context and Research in or Student Resources in Context. So I can sign in with Google on this particular database and put in my search term. And you'll notice that it offers me a bunch of different search terms. So you may want to try some of those as you're moving through your research. So you'll notice that there is not a lot in this particular database for what I'm looking for. So I might want to look maybe at this article. But in this particular database, anything that I click on, as long as I'm signed in with Google, I can download the article straight to my Google Drive. Okay, and then my citation tools are here, so I can come up here to APA 6th edition and copy and paste this into my references page should I want to use this particular article. The other database that I might want to look at is Student Resources in Context. That's the red one right here next to Science in Context. And I'm going to put in my search term again. And there's a few more articles in this particular database, including some images. So I'm going to click on these images, and I'm going to show you how to save an image in this database as well. So if I'm signed in with Google, I can download the image directly into my Google Drive. So if I wanted this image right here, I could just click download, save to Google Drive. I would also again want to make sure that I cite the image. I can also drag and drop this image into into a Google thing. You may also want to consider looking in the GVRL. This is a database of primarily reference and nonfiction ebooks. So if I come in here and I type in my search term, I just want to check something. Yep, I'm spelling it correctly. Okay. Then I can come over here, and these are books that mention. So this particular book has 3 pages about the Mekong River, and so this might be one that I want to use. You'll notice in all these databases that it gives you the content level. Green circle is basic, yellow square is intermediate, and red triangle is advanced. So you can kind of know based on what's next to those what the content level is for that particular source. And then I can also, on this particular database, I can come over here to this topic finder, and you can look at it in tiles, which is what it currently is. I like to look at it in the wheel. So this is going to give you some additional search terms for your topic. Okay, so I'm going to go back, and let's say I want to use this book right here. So if I wanted to use this, my citation tools are right here. I'm going to copy and paste the APA citation right here into my references page. And then if I wanted to download this to Google, I can just make sure I'm signed in with Google and then click download, and it will download this into my Google Drive. In this particular, in GVRL, the pictures are not cited, but you can, I think, use the pictures in this database. Oh, nope, I don't think, well, yeah, it will let you. It will let you. So you can use the pictures from this database as well. Okay, so that's the GVRL. The next one I'm going to show you is opposing viewpoints in context. This one is going to have great articles and information about your river system as far as the current issues with the river system for the part of your project. Over here, the environment pollution concerns, how do human populations exploit that river. That's going to be this is going to be a great one for that kind of stuff. And so there's going to be different types of sources and different types of articles in here, but this is going to be a good resource for that stuff. Also for that stuff, you may want to look at the Greener database, and so I'm going to come in here and put in my search term. And as you are getting further into the research on your topic, you may want to include additional search terms other than just the river system name when you are researching. So this is going to break it down. Here's my academic journals, my news articles, my magazines, my primary sources, and then any reference articles as well. So in this database, let's say I wanted to use this article right here. Here's my citation tools. So I'd want to choose APA, copy and paste this into my references page, and then I have this article that I can research from. Okay. So those are the different things. These are actually ebooks right here, and so these ebooks are going to be, so this particular ebook is in the GVRL, so you can look at the table of contents or perhaps even the index to find if your river system is mentioned in these books. If it's not, you may not be able to use those books, but should you want to use one of these ebooks, if you click on the little I right here, you can grab the citation for the book right here. This would be the APA citation for this book. Copy and paste that into your references page. Should you be able to use any of these books. Just one more word on the academic integrity piece. When you are using sources, you want to make sure that you're not copying and pasting. You want to paraphrase, and I have tips right here for paraphrasing. There's examples of effective paraphrasing and poor paraphrasing, and then some additional helpful tips and things for taking notes. So make sure that you are doing research with academic integrity, and if you have questions about how to do that, feel free to let me know. If you have questions about anything for this project, you can email me lambertin@friscoisd.org, or you can come see me in the library, or when your class is in here over the 3 days you're working on this project. Just let me know if you have any questions and I'll be happy to help. Good luck with your research project, Lions.